Broadbent Wildlife Sanctuary is a place where we can, for healing and orphaned wildlife, mammals, reptiles, birds.
About 7 or 8 weeks ago, we came up, me and the dog and a friend of mine, and the hawk was up in this big pine tree, and my dog made a little mouse jump at about the same time the hawk flew, and I thought, I'm going to get to see a marvel of nature, this hawk capturing something. But then when the dog and the hawk, they got together on the ground and ended up with an injured hawk. And so that was on a Sunday. I came back Monday and the bird was still here. I was hoping that it would fly off, and it hadn't flown off. So later that Monday I went back home and checked my mail, and here was this Broadbent Animal Sanctuary, an envelope with the toll-free number, and I opened it up and said call them. And that was just really a small miracle that had happened, and these folks were down here in a couple hours and picked that bird up, and they've had it 7 or 8 weeks, and then we brought it back. They brought it back yesterday and had 3 successful releases out here.
This bird we named Van Winkle because Mr. Van Winkle found the bird. Mr. Carter, Noah and Frankie Carter picked this bird up and brought it to us. At that point it had a pretty severe traumatic lesion to the head, and on x-ray it showed a fracture of the wing, the ulnar bone in the wing. It was not a bone or a fracture that needed to be pinned, but we did put a figure-8 wrap on it and keep it on for 3 weeks. And at that point we reassessed the bird with x-ray and found that the bone was healed. So we started putting it in a small flight cage, and then we went to a larger flight cage, and to the point where we are today that hopefully we release it into God's flight cage. We tried to relocate these birds close to where they were found. In this case, Mr. Van Winkle had this nice property and allowed us to come down. We come down, and I imagine you'll show a picture in a minute. We built a platform up in a tree, just a plywood platform, and brace it well. Then we bring a carrier, a hard carrier here for protection of the bird. We usually bring the bird here 2 or 3 days before they'll be released. We feed them the mice in the process of that, and when we come back to release, if that bird is eating its mice and is still appears to be healthy, then we'll open the door and let the bird go, and hopefully everything will turn out to be good. That's what our plan is.